Okay, hello everyone. My name is Gio and I'm going to be your instructor today to create this landscape. Now that we are on summer, I hope everyone is having a nice summer. You have a PDF that is in the chat, and where you see the supply list, the list of supplies, you will have access to this PDF, because at the end, we're going to color this. We want to cut it and glue it in our landscape, okay? So if you don't have it right now for this class, it's okay. After the class is over, you can print it, color it, and add it for what we want to do. That is the last part of the class, and what we're going to focus in is in doing and creating our landscape. So let's start working. Okay, so I asked for a big format paper, so that way we have we can create a big art piece. And I asked for two kind of waxy crayons. Let me show you this one. There are like crayons that you can twist at the bottom and the things will come off. And then we have this other type. I'm going to put this aside because we're going to test our supplies first. Always, I recommend that you test your art supply. So we have this, that is the Silky waxy crayons. And then we have this one that pretty much is the same. And they come on bright colors, and they come like the primary set. And let me show you. So you can work with both, or if you have this one, this is okay. Or if you have this one, it's okay. So let's check what our supplies does, okay? This one, I always recommend use a page and start playing with this. So this is like looks like I don't know, a lipstick or something like that. And I like this one for big surface. And that's what I asked this to feel big backgrounds. And now you can use your finger and you can smoosh it a little bit, not as much as this one. You want to see the difference, but it still will do the work. And now I ask for brushes too, okay, for you to check. I have one already open here. Okay, for you to check what they do when we wet the surface. So get some water, have some napkin. Right now we are just testing our supplies, okay? So add water on top. And this one, as you can see, the color dilutes a little bit. So it can be like a watercolor effect, some part with the already a strong part. But look, if you add water, the pigment, it gets diluted. So it's important to know this. And once that is dry, then you can add other color. So now let's test this one. Okay, this one, remember, you can take it out. Try to just take out what you need, because this is very soft and you don't want to get broken. And just try it, get the feeling of the material. And this one, as you can see, compare with this one, when you apply your finger, when you smear, it does better. So it depends what you are looking for. You know how each supplies, art supplies works. And the same with this one. You can apply water. If you apply water on the top, look, the pigment, it will dilute too. So knowing that, you can use, and when it's dry, you can put other colors on top. Look that they create transparency, which I think is great. You have the pure color here, but if you put it on top of other color, create this translucent transparency effect. So yes, this is what we're working with today. And I asked for markers too, but the markers, we want to use it for coloring the camper. But you can use colored pencils, crayons. I asked markers because as you can see, it's brighter. So that way it doesn't compete with the brightness in the background. You still can see it. With colored pencil, it's not going to be the same effect, but it's up to you. Okay, so now let's start working our landscape. Okay. And this color, as I said before, let me show you. There's two sets here in this little box that I recommend you to get. One is by Creatology too, where you can, two sets of this, you can put it here. There's this bright color set that bring this light colors. I have other crayons here, like pink, purple, orange. And then there's like the primary basic one that is more red, orange, yellow. So I'm gonna keep this handy because I'm gonna play with these colors for our landscape. Okay, so, and keep your paper next to you because before you use any color, I want you to make sure to always test like, oh, this is the green that I want. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna use this green. Oh, wait, what if I combine this green at the bottom and then I apply another green on top? How is gonna look? So all this exercise, I suggest you to do it before you apply on your big format, just as a way like that you know what to expect when you start to apply on the big format. It's still, I think when we are creating, there's no wrong. Just have fun. And if for some reason you don't like what you did, don't throw it away and start over. It's always good to learn from what you think is a mistake. Okay, so now I have here my paper. I put this here as a reference. Okay, and here I didn't use a pencil. I just start drawing right away with a Silky crayon. But if you feel intimidated to make the reference lines directly with a crayon, you can use a pencil or mechanical pencil. So the first thing is to make a line, right? We want to start making this line. Is this one that is like the lathe. Use your hand. You don't need to use any ruler here, and don't worry if it's not perfect. In nature, you don't find straight lines perfectly. So here we have our first line. Let's go with the second one. And feel free to modify this. This is just a reference. If you want your lake bigger, narrow, or wider, it's up to you. Here I create like the water, grass, and the dirt part where the campers park, and then you go on the grass and enjoy. But you play with your imagination. So now let's make the mountain. So I'm going to start here. Don't worry, this is very light. And when we apply the oil pastel and these materials on top, you don't want to see the reference. Let's make the other mountain. I'm gonna make a skinny one here. Let's make one with 2 points here. And another one that is like this. Okay. The lights, so that way you have better lighting. Okay. So now we have mountains, we have the water, and we have the grass here, and the dirt part is just a small portion. So just like this. Okay, now let's start adding colors. So I'm going to start with the dirt part, and I'm going to use brown. Let me see. I'm going to use this one first. I'm going to be rotating. So you choose with what you want to play. Maybe you want to start one layer with this type, and then you want to add other color with this one. Or you can just use this set, or you can use just that set. You choose. So I take this a little out. And I put this here. That way, oops. I'll make a space here. And I can rotate so that way you can see what I'm doing. So let's start with the bottom. Make sure to have some paper under too, in case that you are working on a surface where you don't want that surface get messy. So make sure to have one paper at least, and that way when you work at the border, the edges, sorry, you have a place where the excess paint or crayon is going. So let's start with the bottom part. So in this one, I'm going to apply it like this. And then I'm going to add water. But if you like this texture, which is okay because it's dirt, so does the work, you can keep it like that. I just only want to add a little water. So I close this. And now I'm going to get my brush with water. And just apply a little bit on top. What I like is like you still can see at the bottom the marks as the crayon marks that you initially did. So it's a very nice tool. And other thing that I love about this too is like even when you apply water, it dries very fast, super fast. So okay, to me this is ready. I like the texture. I like the watery effect. When I clean my brush, and now I'm going with the grass. With the grass, let's see. I'm gonna use this paper to try all the greens that I have to check how I want my grass to look this time. I have one green there. That is kind of like a yellow, line yellow. It's yellow. And look, if I apply green on top, let's see. Let me check the greens that I have here. With this set, we have this one. And we have this one. And if I apply this one on top of yellow, okay. I made my mind. This is the reason why you want this book. I put this on top. Okay, it's okay. So I'm going to use a yellow first as a base. Yes, this one. That looks like a little Florence. And then I'm going to apply another greens on top. But this one, I'm not going to use water. I'm just going to play with this one dry, and with my finger, I will try to make it look like a pastel. Let's see, we have a question here. I don't have the supplies from Creatology. Well, in the page where you sign up, there's a list where you can find those ones. But if right now, use whatever you have at home. It's okay. I mean, if you don't have this one in specific and you have markers, colored pencils, whatever you have, just work with what you have. It's okay. So now I'm going to use this one. And I'm putting on top. I'm creating 2 layers, and let me show you why I'm doing this. Because once that I apply the second color, I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to start to do this. And I can get like the 2 shades of color. Yes, if you are using crayon, that will work. So please don't feel limited to do anything just because you don't have these supplies. And as soon as you have chance, I highly recommend you to get it because how the multi-use these tools has. You can use it to play watercolor or color crayons or oil pastel. So is one of my favorite tools by Creatology. So, okay, let's keep making 2 this time. You see, try to rotate this so that way your crayon is using even, okay? Just rotate it a little bit, take it a little bit out. Okay, and now, again, if you want to use water here, use water. If you want to just let it like that, just let it like that. It's up to you. So let me put this here. After you do this, you can apply more colors too. You can play with as many colors as you want. Okay, so this is my grass. I'm gonna apply another layer of this green on top to make it a little darker. So this way we have kind of 3 greens here. You add, and depends how you feel with your painting, with your drawing. You know, sometimes we plan one thing, but when we have our hands up, the painting itself, it will tell you, oh, add a little more of green. I want more green here, or a little more of this and that. Okay, I like my green, and as you can see, it's different to the original one, because on the original one, I use water. So here, I didn't use water. So now let's go with the lake. So again, I back to my testing page, and let's see the blues that we have. We have this one that is kind of like a turquoise blue. Then we have this one. You see, this is one reason why it's important to test colors. When we see it look darker, however, you see here, and it's perfect, the reference is very, very close, the color to what you see here. However, here, when you see it, you may think that it's darker and it's not. I like this blue too. I like this too blue. Okay, let's see what other blue we have here. We have this one. Remember, I have the 2 sets. And okay, this is another blue. I like it too. Okay, and then let me explore. Okay, this set brings, I believe, like a 4 blues. And the beauty is like they're all different. Okay. This one is more. And this way, I love to do this because this way I start to make my mind and say, okay, let me see how many blues I want for this lake. So I'm going to start with the big one. I got to create like a first layers. I'm going to use this one. That is the darkest of these three. So again, let's open and let's go. You can work on lines. For this one, I'm going to use water. Okay, I have a first layer. And as you can see, I use it very flat. Now I'm going to apply a little of this one that is like a turquoise color. I'm going to put it like this on top. And look how beautiful the colors on top to each other. I like to see the transparency effect and how the colors interact to each other. Okay, just like this already I like it. But I'm going to apply water to this one and let's see what happens. Just a little bit because I like the color tracing in the back. So the dilution is not going to dilute it too much. And after this is dry, you can apply other colors on top. Okay. Okay. We have the water, we have the grass, we have the dirt. Now let's work with the mountains. So with the mountains, we have tests here, the different greens that we have. And I will even add here some browns because not all mountains necessarily are all greens. So you can play with some browns too. Other thing, this doesn't have to be real to nature, okay? If you want to make pink mountains, that is okay too. So have fun with your project. Okay, I have all my greens here. This is like I take it as a little swatch book that you do, and that way you have a reference with what colors you want to work. So I'm going to start using a light green. Just like a little bit as a base, I'm going to use this one. And then I'm going to add more greens. So let's start here. Kind of like retracing the mountains with this. So I'm going to play with different layers of greens. But other thing that you can do, that is what I'm doing here, you can play with mountains of different colors. So this one is one green, other mountain is another green. Have fun, play with your imagination. Okay, this one is the ones that go with this color. This one, I'm gonna apply this color on top. And look how beautiful. It's like magic. At least to me, it's like that. How the colors blend beautifully. Here, I'm not using my finger, and look how nice it looks. Okay, now I'm gonna play with other greens. I'm gonna apply this one on this one. And other thing that I love, in case that you guys are working with this, how soft they are. They are very soft to work with. So here I'm gonna use a little of it here. And I'm gonna use this here on the top. Okay, let me get another green. As you can see, I'm alternating between the Silky crayons and the stick color. Let me add a little green here. And here, let me play a little bit with water. Get the brush here. Okay. This is nice. And look, you can let some parts with water to create that watercolor effect, and other part you can let the coloring effect. Let me add a little bit here. Okay. Let me keep playing with greens color here. I'm gonna add more greens here. Let me get one yellow. You are creating a new color when you layer colors. And in each mountain, you decide if you want to add water or if you want to let it like that. I think no matter what you do, the effect, the texture that you create is just beautiful. I love it. I'm going to play now with another green here. This one, like the layers. Okay, thank you, Mateo. If this class will be every Monday, no, check the Michael website and you will see all the classes that are available. So in the website, they always publishing the new classes that are coming. Okay, I like this one too. Let me keep adding more colors. So let me show you this close. I really, really like how when you use your tools and not try to make it perfect, because these are tools that you don't want to make solid, perfect background. Our tool that I love because you want what may look messy, but to me is just beautiful, the textures that create when you overlap colors. So just practice, make a lot of mountains and choose your style. So we make very different here compared with this one here in the original demo. It was very uniform. As you can see, I play with layers, but I apply like the same treatment to every mountain. Here, I allow myself to be more free and I decide to give to every mountain a different color and a different treatment. So Please play with that and add whatever you want. If you want to add animals, boats, this is your project, is your landscape. Add whatever you want. Let's make the sun. Let me see. Let me choose the brightest yellow. Look, this yellow, my God. I love colors, especially when with that much effort, and this is another thing that I love about this tool. It's just like in few seconds, you can have a little chunk of colors on paper, and it's like pure, and I love that. I'm going with this one. This one, like I said, is like a green yellow thing. So your sun can be wherever you want. I'm gonna place it here because it's the biggest space that I left for this. And I don't want to add water because I love just the way how it comes. And if you want to make raids or whatever, please do it. Okay, so we have our background ready. Let's see, okay. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate your comments. Okay, now let's go. Now that we have fun with this, with the chunky crayons, let's go and play with this. That is the final part of this. Remember, if you don't have it printed right now, you have the link on the chat and you can print the PDF. So here we want to use marker, and here now we want to work a small where we need more detail attention, and we don't have that freedom that these supplies give us, which is okay too. And here I'm using marker, but you can use color pencil, crayons, whatever you want to use, okay? So what I do is like, I'm gonna color this. In the original set, you can see I use a kind of like a shades of greens with blues and browns. But this is your vehicle, this is your camper. So please choose any combination. So here we go. Let me see, I have this marker set. I believe this is the one that have 50 colors. So that way, so let me see. This time I think I'm gonna play, for sure pink is gonna be there because pink is one of my favorite colors. Sorry, but I just love it. Let's see. I like to do this too, kind of like have different choices just to know, okay, what color may I play with? Of course, I'm gonna need some kind of gray or black for the wheels. And that if you want, again, if you want to make wheels that are green or pink, it's up to you. The beauty to create and make art is like you can put any color you want. So let's see. Look, I love this tree. And this is another exercise that you can do to educate your eyes to choose color combinations. You see, I like this tree. You have like a neutral, then a happy one, and another one that is gonna keep these two together. Then let's see, I like pink. I like this one too. So, but it's not limited to 3. I like to play with 3 or 2 colors, 3 or 4 colors maximum. So again, we have here the same page that we used to find the big color. Let's see, this is kind of like a brown black color. I can use this for the wheel. And then let me see what combination I like for my camper. So this is kind of like a pink. Let's see how this looks with orange. I like this too. And let's see, wait, what about yellow? Yellow, it's kind of light, but it's okay. Let me try this blue. And I put it next to each other because that way I can see if on paper they look nice. I like this blue. I think this blue is going, and the pink too. So let me do this test again. What if I take this pink with blue? And what happened if green comes here? No, too much competition here. What about if we do blue, green, and orange? Okay, I like this three. Okay, I'm gonna play with this three. And this is just a little exercise to see, to make decisions about your colors. There's plenty of colors. You can put this on the floor and get those colors that say to you, choose me, I'm the one, and play with those colors, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna put this on top. Let me fold this and just start coloring. Oh wait, I need the dark one. Something like this. And have fun with this one. This part, let's say that you have to practice what I will say, more concentration, a little patience. It's like playing with coloring books. But try to, you know, put the color inside the lines. It's a good exercise too. Okay, so this part of the camper, I'm gonna make it this blue. And remember, I'm using markers, but if you prefer your colored pencil, crayons, feel free to use whatever you want. I choose marker because I like the colors and they're strong. When you then put it, when you integrate this with your landscape, they make it look very nice. So I'm putting blue top and bottom. Okay. And now let me add the green in the middle. Right, and I'm gonna use the orange to this. And look, it's okay. If for some reason, look, even the mistake, they look nice because it's like one color is bleeding to the other colors. And I like that. Okay, I'm gonna make here this, a little bit here, here, and here. And then I can add more blue here. Okay, I have this, the camper ready. Now I'm going with the band. So with the band, I'm gonna use more green here. And a little bit here. Print, I don't know, like a 3 or 4 and play with as many color combinations you want. And then you will cut and glue the one that you like the most. And other thing, I invite you that use other page and make a beach or make a city, right? And take this camper and this band to go to other landscape. We choose the mountain, but please work with other landscape that would you love to go during summer. So that way you can create a series of art landscapes where you're going to explore on summer. Okay, let me put it here. And now the door. is going to be blue. I'm kind of matching the band with the camper, but not necessarily is like that. All the materials that we are using, you can find it on michaels.com. Everything that I'm using is Creatology, okay? Is one brand, is Creatology. So check the website and you will find everything there. So, you know, I don't want to use this blue to this part. I think I want a light blue here. So let me test the colors here. Yes, I like this light blue. So I'm gonna use light blue here instead of the darker one. And if you are making this project, please, 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 I will be happy to see your project on hashtag Make It With Michaels or hashtag Michael Classes. Please. Because, you know, we have every person make their own version, and that is the beauty. Okay, mine is ready. Let me finish some details here, here. And now, this, because it's this is a little clear because it's the windows. So the windows are not gonna add color. Now here we use our scissors, okay? And this is another exercise where you have to practice patience, okay? And take your time, okay? And cut it nice. Doesn't have to be perfectly at the border. Close is okay. And if there's some little white line edge, is edge. I say border, I'm sorry. My brain still don't learn the word edge, and I say border. Okay. But again, like I say, take your time. If there's some little white around, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you don't cut the band in half. Okay. So here we have our first vehicle. And now let's go with the camper. Okay. I do sometimes like I take shortcuts. Okay, and then I start from another point where I feel it's easier to cut. When you're cutting, you don't need to make one long cut. Sometimes you cut one side and then you go to another side and then you keep going. Okay. Do it here. And here. Okay, good enough. Now let's assemble it, because this pristine landscape, now you are coming here and play with this. I mean, you can glue it or you just cannot glue it. Just play it like you are driving or you're going to camp. So we camp here, or you go to the mountains and I will stay here. Just have fun. But according to this place, right here is where you play with your imagination. They let the vehicles park on the dirt side. So that way you keep in good shape the water and the grass. And that's why I put it here. But maybe you want to put your camper here and the vehicle, you want to let it here. So here you just have fun and play wherever you want to play your vehicle. Maybe this vehicle, it's okay and it's not gonna hurt the grass and I'm gonna put it here. Maybe you want to keep both together, or maybe this wants to go here and this one just drop this here and go. So it's up to you. Okay, I'm gonna use my glue. And I'm gonna put a little here again, use paper at the bottom, just a little bit of glue, like a point here, and using my finger with the white glue. This had this, but for some reason it's stuck now. So I'm using it like this. I'm using my finger here, a little bit here, here, not much. And I'm gonna put this here. Any glue you have will do the work, okay? Okay. And this one will go here. I'm gonna put it next to each other. Okay, a little bit here. Just put like a little bit maybe on the wheels and here and there. You don't need to put glue all over the place, okay? And they're together. So that way if they need to run, they have everything assembled. Okay, as you can see, we apply a little water and the paper buckle a little bit, but you put this flat, put some books on top for 24 hours, and then this will be completely flat. And this is our project. So I have two versions now. As you can see, they're slightly different. So I invite you to make it as the beach version or a city, whatever you want. Okay, yes, yes, we are done. Yes, this is pretty much, that's it, the project. Put a bunch of book on top, so that way they're gonna flat. And I'm happy you enjoyed this. And again, I will be happy to see your, let me put my video. Where's my video? Here, video, okay. Okay, so I will be happy to see your project. Again, make it with Michael, hashtag make it with Michael's, or Michael classes, hashtag Michael classes, please. And all the supplies are in michaels.com. And please, I would love to see if you make other backgrounds, the beach, a city that you would love to do. And that way you can create like a collection of where your camper and the bands go to different places. Okay, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next class. Check the website, michaels.com, and there you will see the classes in the class section. Okay, thank you. Bye.